Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. Tonight we are doing a review for LAMH Marriage Huntsville's newest episode, which is Waiting to ExWife, and Dustin Ross's interview with Moses. All things in this video are alleged and are my opinions only, used for entertainment purposes. Last night's episode, which I just got a chance to get around to watching because I was out enjoying my friends last night. And there's really not a whole lot I can say about the episode. I'm actually trying to remember what the episode was about. I guess it started off with Moses and Destiny finishing their conversation from last week. I can't say that I've agreed with anything that has transpired with the Moses Destiny situation. Now, if I think about the interview that he did with Dustin, I can see how or why, based off of what he said in that interview, why he let Destiny say a lot of the stuff that she said, and he didn't give a whole lot of pushback, because from what he was saying, he was raised to respect women, which is, a bunch of BS, because you were raised to respect women, but you cheated on your first wife. And then even when you were dealing with Destiny, I guess you weren't in a committed relationship with Destiny, but the respect factor still isn't there because of the fact that you did cheat on your previous wife. Destiny says she does a lot of, I don't know, it's like she just be angry all the time. I don't even think the conversation that they had was necessary to be had, because at this juncture, at this point, he is married. So it really wasn't a real purpose for actually just sitting down having this conversation. I don't see what either one of them were getting out of the conversation. I really don't. But they had it. And Destiny, they both, I guess, said you are dismissed, and he just upped and left. Well, he didn't up and left. She called herself dismissed him, and he dismissed her. And I understand that she's hurt because of the fact that they were together. Well, they were friends for so long. But at the end of the day, he made his decision. So it is what it is. I don't have a whole heck of a lot to say about that. Who was it? Trisha and Tisha. Trisha and Tisha at the gym. I thought that was kind of crazy, because you have Trisha saying that she's willing to give anybody a shot, or she's willing to get to learn you for herself. But from what I saw, you were only willing to get to know her because Sonny said it was okay. So you couldn't form that on your own. You had to get Stormy's okay. You had to get Stormy's okay to even agree to train the lady. So I felt like, she lied in that scene because she was like, I felt I'll just get to know you for myself, but that's not how that worked out. You felt you get to know her after Stormy said, hey, it's okay for you to get to know her. It's okay for you to train her. Do what you gotta do. But st- Tisha, oh my God, Tisha got on all this doggone pink. And I know it's because she's AKA, but I think she's doing a little bit too much. All this pink and on my nerves. And I like the color pink, but sometimes you can overdo stuff. Then she's sitting here asking about if she knows. So if you, first of all, I wanted to know if this the only gym in Huntsville. Is it the only gym in Huntsville? Because if everybody going to the gym, I know Huntsville has to have more than one gym. Got to. But from the way it's seeming, I guess it don't. It just got this one. But why is it when y'all sitting here having a conversation, you got to bring up all the people from the show? And then she's saying that she's related to Neil, and she'll get around because um Trisha's giving me the attitude as though she's big and bad. Now you got muscles. You do got muscles. You look good, girl, as far as muscles and stuff. But that don't mean somebody won't whoop your ass. You don't get me that you all that. But yeah, there's that. They could have did something better with the scene. Hell, I'm bored just talking about it. I was just bored talking about it. Um, it wasn't a whole lot that interested me in this episode. Now, I enjoyed the scene with Mel and her friends. Looked like the only one that was really doing any talking based off the show was the episode with Shanita. Shanita is like she do a lot. She be talking, baby. She gets to the meat, the crux. She's the one that's gonna get in there and find out what's what. Everybody else was kind of I don't know if they were scared to communicate on TV, or they used to trying to get the vibe of being on the show or in front of the cameras. But Shanita did a lot I enjoyed the how Mel had that set up. Now I need me some friends to get me a setup like that. But that was refreshing, and I enjoyed seeing her surrounded by people that she feel are her real genuine friends versus the people that she's been dealing with on this show that she feel are not genuine. Based off the conversation where she was saying, her married friends, or basically like the married people on the show, that's my interpretation, need to choose a side. They need to pick a side. They're either going to be with her or against her. And I can say I don't always agree with that, but in the instance, in this particular situation, I do, because of the fact that everybody knows how Martell has been doing and trying to, be friend with her and be friends with him, but y'all always trying to bring them into each other's space. They need to respect the boundary that she has set where she didn't want to be in Martell's space. And I felt like Neil, Chris, I can't even sit here and just call out certain people. It's like everybody on this show has not respected that boundary. So now we're at the point now where he can't be in her space even if he wanted to be. Even if he does want to be, but he can't be in her space because of his stupidity. So now he don't even get the choice. And I can't even say that with that Neil picked a side. I, Neil just she doesn't give. She gives me swinging from side to side. She's I don't get Neil. She's a little cuckoo, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Then I did enjoy that scene though. I really did. Um, what happened? Oh, Stormy and Trisha and Marcel. Oh Lord, I could have did without that scene. Shoot, this episode was like boring. It's like watching paint dry, which is why I'm more so interested in talking about the Dustin interview with the other side man versus this right here. This is not interesting because I'm trying to sit here and remember what transpired on this episode, and this is having a hard time. I'm having a hard time remembering what happened on this episode. Okay, Stormy, Trisha, and Martell. I guess Stormy and Trisha was sitting having a conversation. Don't really know what their conversation was about because I guess time the episode really came on. Martell showed up with his Innis wine, and how you gonna still be bringing your little wine to all these different places, but where you could actually benefit, where you're trying to sell. I don't even think he's even trying to sell that wine anymore, but he just like to show it when he's on the show. From what I see, that's all I got. They had the conversation. They were giving weird vibes, even though allegedly, from what's been said out here in these YouTube streets, Trisha and Martell has messed around, but based off of the conversation, well, the vibes that they were given tonight show something has transpired there. However, Trisha trying to seem like nothing has happened. You know, she know Montez more than she knows Martell. So I don't get it. I don't. This is dumb. Um, I guess all the roses and stuff on the floor was because it's supposed to be. She's trying to promote the lovers and friends thing. I guess I don't know, but her and Martell gave weird vibes. Now, if you know this lady or you've already known this lady, why are you gonna come in there and go, "Hey, my name is Martell"? Really? Especially after her follow-up conversation with Ken, where she had just seen him a few days prior. I don't understand this whole thing, but I hate for him to sit here and be like, why he trying to act like he was a previous slide or something, and it comes out that she might not have been a previous slide, she might be a current slide, so he might be in his little fifis about that. So I don't know. I didn't like the episode. I'm sorry, the episode didn't give me a whole hell of a lot. Kind of bored me, honestly. And I'm sitting here yawning because I'm so bored the crap out of me. But it seems that next week is gonna get a little rowdy because it look like Stormy is gonna confront Tisha about the pill comment that she made at the reunion. And of course, she popping off, "You heard what I said," or something. I guess she gonna be getting into it with everybody at this party because at first Neil was concerned with people getting into it at the party, but it seems like Tisha's gonna get into with her at her party and Stormy at this party. So I guess next week's episode will be better, but this episode did not give me anything. But anywho, we finna move right on to the Dustin and who was that? Dustin and Moses interview. Um, I kind of enjoyed the Dustin and Moses interview because he gave you more detail and snippets into his relationship with Destiny. Moses straight out said Destiny was a side chick off the rip. He said she was his side chick. Let me see if this is the one where he states that. Give me a second. But Destiny, he straight up said Destiny was his side chick, and that's what she did. She came. She when he met her, she knew he had a girlfriend, and she was okay with being his side, and that's what it was. He said Destiny knew what it was off rip. That's what Moses said. That ain't what I say. That what Moses said. Moses said Destiny knew she was the side and the slide. I had some of my screen recordings, or I thought I did, and ain't none of them playing. Ain't this about a blip? Let me see if I can find this interview so we could talk about it a little bit. But he did state that Destiny was his side chick for he basically the words out of his mouth was she was my side chick for 15 years. Let's see. Then he said he also said Destiny was not marriage material. Trying to see if I can find a screen so I can I'm not trying to play the whole thing, but I do want to give y'all a snippet of what he said in case you hadn't heard it. Who is that? Let's see. Y'all know I don't know what I'm doing because I haven't been doing this before. I haven't done this before. I'm still learning this thing. I am still learning. Let's see. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to hear this, but we're gonna try it. Uh, let's turn the volume up. What I got going on here? I think I done screwed up something. I done screwed up. I think so. This is not what I wanted. Y'all forgive me. Let's see. How am I? I don't know how this thing keep messing up. My volume, y'all. I don't hear anything. We're gonna leave this alone. You know what? That's my craziness. I'm trying to find some on the doggone on my laptop when I got my whole phone in my face. Yeah, so I feel so stupid. But yeah, it's too early for this.
Queen of New Jersey, Teresa Judah.
I don't want to hear that.
Have sold and bought 3 more properties.
Okay.
This company now, and friends, we were introduced to you. She chose to still date me. I always wanted better. You know what I'm saying? At that time when the market probably became a landlord, you know. At your window into exactly what was going on. So talk to me about the origin of your relationship with Destiny. How long had you all known each other, Moses? I've known Destiny for about 15, 16 years now. Okay. I met her in 2008. I was in a previous relationship. She knew I had a girlfriend at the time. I was in a committed relationship. She chose to still date me at this time, you know, at that time. She worked for the Air Delta. You know, she's been to fly in and out, so she's come and visit and stay a weekend. It turned on to be multiple times. We came friendship, like friends with benefits type thing. Okay. You know? Yeah, she came to St. Louis, see how I was living, seeing my entrepreneur spirit, seeing what I was doing. And she liked it. She liked, for you to be a young man, you really handling yourself well, taking care of yourself. So it became a friendship, you know, with benefits, even though I had a girlfriend at the time and she knew that. So she pretty much been my side chick for 15 years. Wow, okay. So
basically he said straight up, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, that Destiny was his side chick for 15 years off and on. Those were his words out of his mouth. I don't know. I was not there. But according to Moses, he said Destiny was his side chick for 15 years. Also stated that she was okay with being number two. She was okay with being the side chick because she knew this, and she still wanted to roll with him. Then he's later on, in the episode, he makes a statement as to, I guess he reached out to her during one of them times. I guess he wanted to link up and hook up and get, whatever he had been getting. And she told him she was in a relationship or she was engaged, one of the two. And he asked her to send a picture. So see, she sent the picture of LeBerick to Moses. And he said in his head, he was saying, well, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna last. So he slid onto the side, and because at the end of the day, he was still with who he was with. He had been with who he had been with for however long they were together. And so he slid to the side and let Destiny do her thing with LB. But he knew at the end of the day she was coming back because he saw she wasn't where he wasn't what Destiny normally goes for. So he knew it wasn't gonna work. So in the end, they ended up back messing around because according to Destiny, I don't know how this works, but she said in her marriage to LeBerick, they had breaks. I didn't know marriage had breaks. And I was married. I didn't know marriage has had breaks. Now I took a permanent break once I decided to leave my ex-husband. But as far as during the marriage, I didn't know they had breaks. But I guess that was Destiny for her situation. She take breaks in her marriage. But there's that. Then Moses stated that Destiny was unstable, trying to chase the fame. He said she wanted to be famous, but she didn't want to work. She didn't want to put in the effort to do what needed to be done to accomplish what she wanted. She wanted all these different things, but she wasn't willing to put forth the work into doing it. Now he was making a statement that, she was struggling financially, emotionally, probably a whole lot of other stuff. But based off of their conversations, he said he was talking to her during the whole situation with the Madani thing. Now we all know Destiny did not own Madani, but we do know Destiny was talking about putting sweets in Madani. And Moses said he was telling her it makes no sense. Well, at the end of the day, we know she didn't put anything in there. But he was trying to tell her while she was giving us this fake storyline that she was going to put in sweets in the salon. He was telling her, you don't own this building. Why would you try to put sweets in a building that you don't own? I mean, being that he been through some things, he done been locked up, and he said that he said he did some stuff that he shouldn't have done. And he was trying to, even when people can, do things that they shouldn't do, but they can also give you good advice. And the advice that he was giving her based off of what I heard was telling her about not trying to put sweets into a building that you didn't own, trying to level up and get your money up instead of chasing fame. Because based off of what he said and what we see, Destiny is chasing the fame. And I don't know how, because he said she's saying that she had, events and stuff to go to because people were paying for a flight and paying to get her hair and makeup done. But based off of what Moses was saying, they weren't paying anything else to just have in your pocket. But yet you want to sit here and say, based off of, I heard an interview earlier today where she was saying that she wasn't broke, and broke people don't have nannies, and broke people don't pay a $4,000 more, 4,000 square foot house mortgage by themselves. But from what I know of, in lieu of child support, you wanted LeBerick to pay for that house for a year, and that's what he did. So anything outside of that year and you chose to stay in the house, that was your business. Then you deserve to pay whatever it was for you to pay, because the agreement was for you to stay there for a year, and then he would pay for a year, then you would get it refinanced into your name. You weren't able to do that. So if you weren't able to do that, then it's only right that he would, stop paying if that's the case. But see, it's not really adding up to me, because you're saying that you were paying a mortgage. I don't know how much this mortgage was, but you were paying this mortgage for the car, this car payment for this Mercedes that you were driving. You were paying for a nanny. You were doing all these things, but somehow you ended up on public assistance. The math ain't mathing. It's just it's not giving me, because we're trying to figure out what job were you really doing at that time, because you weren't really doing anything. And from what Moses was saying, homegirl, you were struggling. You were financially destitute, based off of what Moses was saying, because he even said that he was telling you about trying to get the equity and stuff out of the house so y'all could sell the house. And instead of selling the house, you weren't trying to budge on reducing price of the house so you could sit there and squat and squalor, or whatever you want to call it, because you just sitting there. But I don't feel like you were legit. I don't feel like you were paying that mortgage. I don't, because you sitting in this house, and this house is in LeBeric's name, mostly because he was the one in the military. So if they got a VA loan, it's based off of LeBeric. And you want us to believe, well, all the shit you said you're going through now, and the way your ex-husband did you, that you were paying the mortgage when it fell on him, which means, which in my mind, you give me, you're not gonna pay a mortgage because you ain't paying your bills. You didn't pay your rent for Madani. You, from what we're hearing, based off of Karen Morrell, I heard where she was saying that your Mercedes is being, they're looking for it. So you can't have been paying your car note because they're looking for the car. So now you want us to believe that you are out here paying a mortgage when you ain't pay your normal bills. Come on, girl. You out here for the fraud and fraud and misrepresentation. LeBeric, I don't know if that's, I'm assuming LeBeric is the one that had you arrested again for fraud. But you want us to leave with you doing all this extra criminal activity, allegedly, from, you have been arrested twice. So if you're doing this stuff that you're being arrested for, it's kind of hard to believe that you're paying your rent, not your rent, your mortgage. It gives far-fetched, because it is not adding up. Then you have all the people on the show that have stated that they've given you money, and then Moses, who was your boyfriend, literally said the same thing. But this is neither here nor there. But I'm waiting to see what your response is going to be to what Moses said, because Moses basically said, "You broke, bitch. You're broke. You unstable. You're an unstable creature." That's what it's giving me. But most that's what it's giving me. I feel like, he was trying to be more open as to what happened, and he took accountability for the parts that he did wrong. Now, I don't like how he gonna sit here and put God in this conversation where he's saying he prayed for the right woman. Now, be it Sunny, whether she's right, wrong, or indifferent. I totally forgot about that conversation with him and Sunny, to show you how bored I was with the episode. But I didn't like how he's saying he prayed for this woman, and he might have said that he prayed for the first wife and he cheated on her with Destiny. So I don't know if he's gonna do the same thing with Sunny. We gonna see, because if they stay in the public eye, we are definitely going to find out. And if Destiny has anything to do with it, she's definitely gonna tell people. But I know he also said Destiny plays victim a lot. Because he's one of those that says use your pain for your purpose. But instead of her using her pain to push her harder and push her stronger, she's more so saying the woe is me and feel sorry for me and I'm the victim because this happened to me. But we've all gone through struggles and tribulations in our life. We're all going through them. We've all been through them. If we haven't been through them, we're getting ready to go through some. We're all going to go through some things in our life. It's just how we deal with them. Because most things that we go through are there to make us stronger. We are to learn a lesson from the things that we've gone through. We haven't learned the lesson, then at some point in time, I'm going to go through that thing again. But I don't really have a whole lot more to say about this whole thing. I still believe Moses is going to probably, I hate to say it, I don't think he is going to be faithful. He claiming that, when he made the official decision to be with Sonny, he cut everybody off. Now, I don't know how long he's going to have them people cut off. He might look up next week and they back on there. I don't know. But me, based off of me and what I'm seeing and his track record, from what we see on the show and the stuff that, is out here in the social media streets, I see him cheating. I could be wrong. Shit, who am I? But this is just what it gives me, that he's gonna be old. She's gonna be old Martell out here in these streets. But he's already been old Martell out here in these streets. But that's just what he gives me. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. Don't really give a shit, for real, for real. I'm just gonna sit here and watch the fireworks. But that's about it, y'all. The interview was longer than that. I just gave you the little parts that interested me a little bit. And right now I'm probably about tired of talking about Love and Huntsville. Love and Marriage Huntsville tonight. I'm probably just tired and need to take my butt to sleep. But please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Drop a message, a comment. Let me know what you think. That's about it. Everybody have a wonderful and blessed night. Goodbye.